Hi, this is Dr. R.SARANYA, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science from Dr. S.N.S. Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science. Today we are going to see the subject Programming in C. In this lecture video, we are going to see the first topic in looping structure, while loop. So before we move on to the while loop, let's see the types of loop. First of all, the loop, the meaning of loop is none other than repetitive process. So in order to repeat the process, suppose if you want to process n number of times, so for that purpose we are going to apply looping structure concepts. In this looping we have two types, main type is two types. We have one is entry control loop and another one is exit control loop. So entry control loop, in the sense, first itself you are going to check over the conditions. So that's in that entry control loop we have two types. One is for loop and another one is while loop. In exit control loop we have one that is none other than do while. So let's see what is meant by while loop, what is meant by for loop, how we are going to process do while. While loop, first itself we are going to check over the conditions, then we execute the statement, body of the statement. For loop, first we are going to initialize the value, then condition check, we are going to check over the condition. Finally, we are going to execute the code. Even next do while loop is none other than, first we are going to execute the body of the statement. Finally, we are going to check over the condition. Now let us see the while loop, how we are going to process while loop. First syntax, let's see. First we have to initialize the keyword while. In that parenthesis we are going to specify the condition. In what way? Based on the condition only we are going to process the statement. We are going to print over the body of the statement. So first while, after that the condition. So based on the conditions we are going to print the statement. Let's see the flowchart. Flowchart means we are going to understand the concept in clear way. Diagrammatic representations we are going to specify. That's what we used to call as a flowchart. So let's see how to process while loop flowchart. First we are going to check over the condition. Usually conditions and all we have a decision making process. So we have to initialize with decision box. And then after check over the condition, suppose the condition is true, it's going to process the body of the statement, and then increment process, increment decrement. So based on the increment, it's move on to the condition. If suppose the condition is true, it's keep on looping. So that's what we used to call as a repetitive process. Finally, if suppose starting itself condition gets false, finally we are going to stop over the program. Let's see one good example for while loop. First we have to start with header file #include standard input output.h and then main function. In that main functions we have to specify two parts. One is declaration part, another one is execution part. In that main functions we are going to specify declaration part is none other than on the particular program we have to initialize the variable. So variable abdinave usually we have to specify with data type. So on the data type and the value of the data ennavo adha we have to specify here as a data type. So the value is 10 is obviously an integer value, right? So we have to specify int a is equal to 10. Int is none other than integer number. And then in execution part we are going to specify while loop. So execution part is none other than logical structure. So while suppose the a is less than 15, we have to print over the statement value of a. That only we have specified here. So starting a is less than 15, right? So automatically it's going to print over the value 10. Then a++. Again it's move on to the loop. Then check over 11 less than or 15 or not. Again, it's moving to print over the value of A is 11. So until the condition gets false, it's going to process. So in this way, we have to specify the while loop concepts. Hope you understand the while loop structure. Thank you for your patient listening.